The new atheists claim that God is a delusion. But when you take a closer look, some of the arguments they use aren't really about the truth of God at all. For example, one claim they often make is that religion is harmful. Michael Poole is Visiting Research Fellow in Science and Religion at King's College London. He's also the author of The New Atheism, 10 Arguments That Don't Hold Water. We asked him how he responds to the claim that religious faith is harmful.
Well, I think it's a bad argument because just because something is used badly doesn't mean that the thing itself is bad. I need to say really at the outset that I'm speaking from a Christian position, although much of what I say is applicable to other religions as well. Richard Dawkins did a program, or 2 programs in fact, Root of All Evil, some years ago, and this was the main theme of it, that religion was an evil thing because look at the things that have been done. Well, there's no doubt that evil things have been done in the name of religion, and that is very regrettable. And within Christianity, one looks back to the Crusades and things like that. But one of the things that Jesus said was, you must judge people by their fruits. If they say they are my followers and yet they don't do the things that I do and say or don't try to, then they're not telling the truth. And how soldiers going out can say that through the love of Jesus they're going to kill people, just passes imagination. But I suppose a simple and homely example of the badness of the argument, that if you take something like sex, now some of the most appalling deeds have been done in the name of sex. And they don't need me to list them. But to turn around and say that sex is evil because that's the way people have treated it is, of course, self-evidently a poor way of arguing.
So for Michael Poole, the fact that people sometimes misuse religion to justify doing harmful things doesn't mean that faith itself is either harmful or false. Another argument used by new atheists like Richard Dawkins is that scientists who are Christians are a dying breed. Of course, this isn't an argument about truth either. But is it even a fair comment?
No, I think that's a bit naughty. He took up an example of 3 colleagues of mine, of Professor John Polkinghorne, of Dr. Arthur Peacock, and of Professor Russell Stannard, and likened them to a little trio of Dickensian lawyers and so on, which is a bit tough on them because they are all, Arthur Peacock of course has died, but they have all been in their time razor-sharp-minded people who have written a lot in their own scientific subject and also on issues of science and religion. But when I read that, I took the trouble to go to various places to find out about the number of scientists that were interested in academically studying issues of science and religion. I'm not talking about the large number of scientists that there will be over the world who have a personal faith, but there's the International Society for Science and Religion, which is founded upon the principles of the Royal Society, with a membership that has to be by election of 150 people. There is the European Society for the Study of Science and Theology, which has a membership of about 250. There is Christians in Science, with a membership of about 770. There's the American Scientific Affiliation, who, if you list in the people who are interested and supported as well as the scientists, numbers about 2,000. Now that's only just a small sample of organisations around the world who do that kind of thing. It just isn't true. It never has been true, and it certainly isn't true now. The academic study of science and religion has become, a big industry in its own right.
So the claim that scientists who are Christians are dying out is clearly wrong. There are thousands of scientists who take their Christian faith seriously. And the fact that people sometimes misuse religion to justify doing harmful things doesn't mean that faith itself is either harmful or false. These are just two examples of claims that have nothing to do with the truth of God. If you want to find out more about these and other bad arguments used by the new atheists, we recommend Michael Poole's book, The New Atheism, 10 Arguments That Don't Hold Water.